All right. So let's see what we can do now. So as usual, for today's class, we continue with our research methodology. So today's lesson, we continue with how to come up with a researchable topic and also the brief research questionnaire. All right. So this one, I think we've done this already. So let's continue with the next slide on the research methodology. I think copy it from here. So what they are saying is that the question of shoal is a more complex matter. Okay. So normally before we agree or decide on a topic, all right, we make sure that whether this topic is going to contribute to the existing knowledge. We just don't do research for doing research for the sake of research. We do research because we want to contribute to knowledge. Okay, remember that. We do research because we want to contribute to knowledge. Okay, so we have to make sure that whatever we are researching on, all right, is add up to our knowledge that already exists. Okay. Of course, you can replicate past studies, but make sure that in a different setting. For example, for master's level, someone wants to replicate a study conducted, let's say, in Ghana, to do the similar study in Malaysia. Yeah, it's okay. It's allowed. All right? Okay? Okay, the first step in any research project, the first step. What is the first step in any research project? The first step is to spend considerable time in the library examining what? Examining the research on a topic. For example, you are going to talk about the use of social media among SMEs in Bacho area. Okay, of course, in Bacho area you may not get a number of literature. So you have to look at the subject, the use of social media among SME. Okay, with that you can get a lot of literature. So you apply that to Bacho scenario in Bacho, yeah. All right. So always go to examine the research topic very well. Go to the library, all right, to understand the topic well. That will give you understanding of what is the objective, how to develop the objective, the research question, all right? What is actually, so that it's able to refine your topic and your study, Always go to the literature. Literature will be very important. Like for example, for beginning researchers, I think in this class we are all beginners. You are in your degree program. This is the first time you are undertaking a research or what you call academic exercise. Yeah. So as beginning researchers, you may advance a study which is already has been done. All right. Okay. Somebody has done a study, and then you are trying to also advance that, go further. Okay. All right. Perhaps let's say the study that you find out, the researchers use only correlation to analyze the data. So you doing a study may want to use multiple linear regression, you want to use ANOVA, you want to do t-test, for difference. So always we try to go to advance the existing research. Okay, by that way we contribute to existing knowledge. Okay. Yeah. And normally when you have a topic or a study that you want to do, try to find out how your study can incorporate new elements. Okay. All right. New elements, or replicate the study in new situations, or with new participant or new respondent. For example, someone may study how undergraduate students use social media for shopping, for online shopping, or maybe online shopping. So another student may want to study how postgraduate students undergraduate perhaps may have a different inclination, different perspective. Yeah. So always we try to come out with something different to add to knowledge, to add to existing knowledge. All right. Or you may even replicate by different situation, by different respondent or participant. The same study, but different respondent and different place. Like I said, somebody may study in Ghana, somebody may study in Malaysia. All right. Moreover, also, when we do a study also, the topic should be of interest to other people, not only to us. For example, perhaps we would like to publish this research work, right? Okay, or maybe we even like to ask for a research grant from the Ministry of Education. Yeah, so make sure our proposal or the research you want to propose is something that is of interest to the society, to the country. You know, it is going to benefit others. Yeah, so always we think that way. All right. Okay, we think that way always when we undertake a research. All right. Any questions so far? Please, stop. If you have questions, stop me, please. Okay. And moreover, also, when you are undertaking a study, it should be something that is at your heart, something of in your passion. Okay, you really want to solve this. I remember I asked my PhD student from China, what motivates you to do this, your PhD, the topic or the issue? He told me that in China, he's looking at a negative emotional state. Okay, whether there's any relation with the use of social media in China among Gen X, Y, Z. He wants to see which of the generation is more affected, or is it the same effect? Generation X, Y, Z. So he told me that in China, he realized that due to the social media influencer video clip, all right, which is the sort of mediating variable, it may have effect on the negative emotional state of this generation X, Y, Z. Okay, and mostly maybe generation X, mostly X generation, yeah, but they use the social media more. So he's undertaking this study to find out whether there is any moderation. What is the moderator, you know, because issue at his heart. So you want to study and see whether really social media do have influence. Social media do have influence on negative emotional state, all right, of the users. So it's something, your passion, something is in your mind, you want to achieve, your personal, you know, your goal is to find out what is the problem. What is the problem you want to find out? So must do something that you also want to, your own personal goal. If you do something you don't like, you stop it halfway. So you must have the passion to do something. And always make sure that the time. So when you are doing your Latin element, make sure that the timing is very, very important. So when you come next semester, you polish up your research methodology, build your instrument, either interview or survey, okay, either quanti or quali, so that you can start collecting data. When you come to the semester 7, then you already can write your chapter 4 and 5. Okay, so always try to have a plan, have a plan, the time it takes. You have to have a timetable of what to do, is very, very important. Okay, let's move on. Before proceeding with a proposal or a study, at the moment you're all going to come up with a proposal, right? In a pair work. You have a friend, you work together with a friend, two of you, to produce a proposal. Because the research proposal, okay, you need to weigh some factors and ask others for their reaction to a topic. So that, for example, after you select your topic, I've told you what to do, right? You have your topic, you have the issue, you have the 5 keywords. Always come back to me and ask me about your topic, the issue, and the keywords for me to guide you, to help you. Okay, we are here to help you too. So don't be afraid, don't feel shy. Always come to us. All right, before you proceed. You can even ask your friends, your classmates. All right. Okay, you ask me, you ask academic advisor, you ask the lecturer. All right, to improve your research topic and other things before you proceed. Because once you proceed and then it's not going on, okay, you have to come back again, and so you already have wasted a lot of time. So don't do that. From the beginning, consult us. We are here to help you. Yes. All right. Formulating a research question and identifying literature. After you have your research objective, you can go to research questions. Some people also say, no, you have to have research question before research objective. I will go to the other way, that you have to have a research objective and turn into research question. So you have to look at for the keywords, the keywords in your topic, in the research objective, in the research question. Use these keywords and look for literature, literature in the subject area you are studying. All right. Okay, so research question. Research question actually is you turn the objective into question form. Like for example, to determine the level of social media usage among SMEs in Bachor. To determine the level of social media usage among SMEs in Bachor. So the research question will be, what is the level of social media usage among SMEs in Bachor, for example, okay? So this always goes like that. So you have to go to the Google or your search where you want to get from in the library and put these keywords, social media usage among SMEs, something like that, right? Okay. So a research question is a statement that identifies the phenomenon to be studied. For example, does monetary policy affect the economy? Okay. If it affects, yes, how? Normally, I try to tell students that avoid the yes or no research question. Okay. So better you go with how. How does monetary policy affect the economy? Okay. Or what is the effect? What is the effect of monetary policy on the economy? You see, I use the word what, how. Okay, normally I try to avoid using does, because does here in English, it demands a yes or no answer, right? So always in research, we don't want yes or no. We want to go further and find out certain information underlying the issue. So you have to have a valid and clear research question. Bear in mind, a valid and clear research question. For example, well justified. Okay, well justified. The question well justified. Always remember, it goes back to your research objective, the issue you want to study, and the topic or your title. Also, it must be original, something from yourself, or something original, something new, not you take from someone, because it's your research, So it shouldn't be same like another research. It's your research. You are the one who's going to do so. Something from you original, You didn't copy anywhere. Feasible meaning is the research is doable. We don't want to have research question, or you do a research which is difficult to complete or difficult to undertake. For example, you are doing degree. For a degree, you have only one semester, to collect data, analyze, only one semester. Okay. The first sem, you do the RM, so you do the research proposal for first sem, research proposal. The second sem, you polish the research proposal, because individual work that time, okay, before you were doing pair work for the research methodology class. Okay, so from there you have to work on your own and improve the research proposal. All right, once that is done, you're supposed to start collecting get your instrument ready, and during the vacation you can start collecting data. So when you come back, you have only 1 semester to analyze, to write chapter 4, 5, to improve chapter 1, 2, 3 as well. So you have to have a research that is feasible, that is doable, that is researchable within this time frame. All right, you don't want to go and you want to study something so big, so huge, so detailed, and then you cannot finish it. Okay, you are not doing. You don't have 2 years. You have only 1 semester, like 4 or 5 months. All right. So feasible meaning do a research that is feasible, mean that can be completed, is doable within this short time frame. I hope you get me. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Others, Alan? Hello?
No, Dr. No, Prof.
Okay. So must also be focus. Focus meaning you want to study ABC, make sure that you study ABC. All right? You want to study 1, 2, 3 variables with the particular name you give them. Don't change the name here and there. So a research is focus. What you start, you continue with that. Consistency as well. Focus and consistency. All right, don't change. Your title say one thing, your RO, your RQ say another. So always be consistent. Be consistent. All right. Focus on what you want to do. After all, you are not going to solve world problem. Yeah, you only want to have some academic exercise, especially for degree. What do you call it? For undergraduate, bachelor's degree thesis. We call academic exercise. So don't try to be so general. You lost focus. Be focused, and make sure that whatever we do falls within the area of our subject matter. Say, for example, business communication. Don't forget, in this program, it's a hybrid. Business communication with English. So whatever you study should be within this subject matter. So when you achieve this, then we can say that you have a valid and clear research question, well justified, original, feasible, focused. Okay. And also falls within the area of our subject matter. For example, business communication. In order to be original, research question, you need to know literature in the area first, because at times you have you know what you want to do, but you have to read. That is why in study, I always ask my students, the first assignment should be what? Literature review. First assignment should be literature review. With that, it helps you to shape your title, your topic, RO and RQs. You have the working title. The working title is there, all right? And then you have the issue you want to solve. You write down some objective. After reading the literature, it helps you to what? To know very well the research question, to understand it, become much clearer. Find out what has been done and how you can contribute to the existing academic debates. Remember, in research work, in academic work, each of us conduct research to contribute to the existing knowledge. So like I mentioned, somebody may say that, there is no study done among SMEs in Bachelor. SME also can be very general. Maybe you can go down a little bit to say among the what? Among the local food, is it local food or local delicacy restaurants in Bachelor? No study has been done. So you want to do that. Or maybe the study has been done only among, what do you call it? The food supplies only, or maybe only among fast food only. So your study will add to the knowledge about fast local restaurant in Bachelor, for example. Okay, you always go there. You want to come out with something to contribute, yeah? Well, my time is almost up. Remember, I told you we have an important meeting, urgent meeting at 11 o'clock. Don't worry. I'll try to make up for this, inshallah. So let's see what we can. Let's continue. Still have some time. Identify a research question flow chart, research question. Okay. From the beginning, you have no research question. Okay, you have no research question. Narrow down a research topic, all right, and then go to what? Literature review. If you don't have a question, you narrow down first to the topic and literature review. Once, if you have a research question, you go straight to literature review, and then is the research question viable? Viable is like what? Whether it can be done, whether it can be solved is viable. You don't want to do something that at the end you cannot have any data for it, no data. Like for example, the research question is how do I control, or how do I catch all the big lizard in my village? Or this one is very big thing. Unless you have to go and talk to the animal specialist, and then no, it's not your area. It's not viable. At your level, undergraduate, do something which is viable. Okay. So if you have a research question, straight to the literature review, and then you try to answer this question, then you continue. If you cannot answer this question, then you have to go back and do again. All right. So the chart is telling you what to do. If I don't have a research question, you narrow down to the topic, literature review, whether it's viable, original, feasible, economic related, meaning that in terms of time and money, you don't want to do a research, you have to spend money. Okay, unless you have a budget. Budget also is always limited. They don't give you unlimited budget. So let's say they give you 10,000 ringgit to do research, and then what you are proposing would take like 30,000 ringgit. So it's not economics related. It's not viable, feasible. So always think about that. The economics of the research, in terms of the money, okay, is the budget enough to cover this, right? If you have small budget, you go for a small research, maybe small population, small sample, and things like that. Always think about this, Wow, the time is always near. So why this one like this? Hold on. We talked about this already. If let's say the issue has been addressed by somebody has done research on Bacho restaurant, you may look at, like I said, the person only talk about fast food restaurant, KFC, McD, and things like that. So you can say, oh, I want to look at the local food restaurant, makanan tempatan. So you are adding a new knowledge to what? To the restaurant and food business in Bacho. Something different from, nobody has done that, for example, Okay. Sometimes you don't have a research question at all. You don't know where to start. So, like I said, always literature review will help you to. That is why I told you from the beginning, for my research methodology students, the first assignment is what? Literature review. Then you come back and do the chapter introduction. So always start with a working title. It's not actually a title which is going to work with it until the end of the research. It's just a working title. It may be refined, changed, revised, but the issue you are studying shouldn't change. When you change the issue, you have to go and start again. So always make sure that the issue or the topic is there, but the title can always be refined. All right. So always read as much on the topic to get the title. All right, and go for recent publication about 5 years period. Now we are in 2024, so about 2019. From 2019 until now, you look for academic journals published in this within the 5 years period. Unless the study is something classical that you very good for your study, you can take even if it's 10 years or 12 years, it doesn't matter. But most of your literature or article publication should be within 5 years. Remember that you are doing literature review now, so look for articles published in the academic journal. All right, 2019 and now between. Okay, mostly should be that way. And make sure you read all relevant papers or literature to help you, relevant to your area. That's why I said try to understand the 5 keywords. Come up with the 5 keywords of your title and objective and research question. With that keywords, you can look for materials or past study online. Okay, I think we'll end here for today. Like I said, we have an important meeting, all right? So I'll try. So let's do the attendance now.